Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers. Let me fix my light here. And today we're going to, first of all, let me say I wasn't going to record this. This was just going to be a journal that I made for myself without recording it. And I'm probably not going to record it all. And it may just be this one video. But I wanted to show you guys what a journal looks like before it's a journal. These are all the pages. First of all, this kit is called Light as a Feather by Sweet Vintage Prints, and it's just gorgeous. This is the ephemera, and some of it, and it's just beautiful. Can't even get a hold of it. It's so gorgeous it won't move. It doesn't want to move. It's my paper. Anyway, so what we've got here are a bunch of beautiful papers. Let me show you this. That's going to be one of my signature covers. And I didn't even look at the camera. I don't know if I just jammed that in your face or what. There we go. So what I've got here are a bunch of pages that I cut in half. Like these two would have been a page. Obviously not, because they're not. That wouldn't be a page, but you see what I'm saying. So I cut them in half. Then I sorted them out. They don't look sorted now. Just let me tell you what I've got. First of all, can you tell I don't have a script this time? Okay, so I've got some coffee dyed paper. I've got 4 pieces of that. So that's actually 16 pages. I have 4 pages of this beautiful rose colored dyed paper. Let me put it against some white paper so you can see. Some rose colored paper, and it matches the color on here, this rose color. Okay, and I've got all of this ephemera plus all of this ephemera. Okay, this ephemera is set separate because I printed it on the back. Okay, because envelopes and things like that. And believe me, I'm not cutting out all of this, fussy cutting it. I got a brother Scan and Cut, and my brother Scan and Cut's going to cut all that out. Okay, so I've got that. Then I've got pages that I miscut that I'm going to use probably to make pockets, like I need any more ephemera. But you never know. There's something you might need. Maybe a tag, something like that. But these are crooked. I cut them wrong. And you can also use them to practice inking. Now these are the pages that came with the kit. I've done some sorting. So let me show you. These are going to be folded in half as pages. So that's going to be, let's see, 2, 4, 8, 12 more pages. I think we're going to have a healthy sized fat 2 signature book. Then this is going to be the cover. I went through this and sorted these, so this is what you have to do. You have to sit down and look at this. Now you're going to have the cover front and back and the cover on the inside, so you have to pick what you want for that. This is cover on the inside. This is the cover, the front and the back, because I thought the house matched the house, right? The birds aren't exactly the same birds, but the house, the window, matches a house on the front. So I thought that would make a good cover. Now I'm going to make a hard cover for this, so that's why these are not attached to anything. I'm also going to use a whole bunch of cream colored cardstock because I am going to glue each one of these to a folded page of cardstock. Now I'm also inking this book, so I want you to know that I'm very ambitious. I hope to make a very nice looking book out of this. Okay, so you're going to need a whole bunch of these as well. Of course, now we're going to fill in with all these pages and the printed pages. We've got those too. And so this is what you need to sort out. You want to decide what you want to be your pages, okay, your pretty pages. So I've narrowed it down to these. And I did it by the process of elimination, which was I went through all of these and all of these, and I decided what I wanted to be my cover, my back cover, my signature covers. So what I did was I went ahead and folded the papers in half that are going to be the signatures. And a signature cover is the part of the book that covers the inserts, which are going to be these pages on there, cream colored. I think I'm going to end up with 3. But, and so you're going to need a front and a back. Now the back doesn't have to match the front. The back needs to match the front of the next one. Okay, so I thought this matched this nicely, the flowers. So they're going to go like this. Okay, this one's already glued on. That's why the paper clip is back there. All right, where's my paper? Here it is. Okay, so that's how I decided that. This is my absolute favorite picture, but I didn't think it was going to work as a cover. Plus this one said birds of a feather on it. But I love this, so I want this to be the first signature cover. Then I had to decide on a back, and the back matches the cover for the next one. Okay, and then this back goes well with the inside cover of the book. All right, that's how you decide that. These are the signature covers. Now, each signature is going to have a center, because you're going to have, let me fold a couple of these. You're going to have all these pages, right, folded. And eventually you're going to come to a center. Eventually. So let me fold a couple of these. Eventually, if you're lucky, you will come to a center of each section. If you don't want to use the word signature, think of the word section. All right, so each section has pages. The book has sections. Sections have pages. Okay, book has a cover. Cover has a front and a back. Cover has a front inside and a back inside. Think of just take a book out and look at it. In fact, let me put you on hold for just a second. Okay, look at a book. This is a book. It's a very big book, but it's a book that I started to take apart. And if you look, let me make sure you can see in the camera. If you look here, you'll see that there are sections in this book that are all attached together to make the whole book. Okay, so I'm going to take the cover off because I've started taking it apart. Let's fold it back. And now you can see these sections clearly. And each of these sections is called a signature. All right, so that's how you know. And then all the signatures are glued together, sewn together, however, and then that makes, they put the cover on, and then that's a book. Okay, so that's what we're going to do here, only on a much smaller scale. Maybe not the way I'm going. All right, so each one of these is going to need a center. So when you've got your signature cover, Get this one that's glued together already, or glued. Okay, so you've got the cover. You've got this part. You've got a bunch of pages stuck in here, right? Oops. Yeah, and you got the back. You got a bunch of pages stuck in here. Well, eventually you're going to come to the middle of the section. Okay? So you got pages in here, pages and pages. Then you're going to come to the center. So what you want is something that looks nice together. Either a really pretty page and a decorated page, like with pockets or whatever, or personally, I don't know why, it's just my personal choice, I like to have two pretty pages that go together. These were one page when it was printed originally, and I really like them together. So I'm going to make that the center of this signature. All right, so I've done that twice. And you have to remember, even though you've paired these pages up and set them aside, they still have to go on paper. So you're going to have to remember that when you're working. And the center, of course, is going to have paper on the outside as well. All right, so I've decided that. You've got to decide that. Okay, so this is the signature center. This is the signature outside. And here's two centers. Okay, so this is 4 pages. This is 4 pages. This is 4 pages. All right, so we're at 12. Now we've got writing papers. Remember, each one of these will go on one of these. So we've got writing papers. And we've got lined writing papers. We've got our pretty papers. And so I just wanted to show you all the pages that we have. I'm going to try not to mess up what I've sorted. These are all the pages that you have and all the things that you need to decide where they're going to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this little tray here, and I've decided the cover and the back inside cover. I'm just going to set those to the side because I've got that. That's going to go on the hard cover of the book. We don't need to worry about those. Now, the next thing we want to do is we want to decide the order. Now, these are printed on both sides, so we can fold these in half because they're ready to go inside. Yeah, everything is ready. Does it look ready to you? It looks ready to me. And fold this in half. So now this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. They won't all be next to each other, even though it looks like it when they're folded in half. We're going to put this page in here. Now, this kit comes with this page printed like this, and it also comes with one printed like this, so that if you were to fold it in half, your lines would go up and down. I decided to print this one because I'm folding it in half this way, and I want the lines to go across so that it could be a writing page. Okay, like so. This is 4 pages. This needs to be trimmed, so I'm not going to fold it. I missed a corner. When you print double-sided, my printer, it prints a wide border on one end and a narrow border on the other, and that's just my printer, and I don't know why. So when I print both sides and it takes it in and prints it, or spits it out and prints it, takes it back in and prints the other side, it puts because it flips the picture, then it makes a wide border on one end, on, what am I trying to say? On one side of the paper, this would have a wide border. This has a narrow border. When you flip it over, this was the side that had the wide border. This was the side that had the narrow border. So when I cut the narrow border off, it left part of the wide border. So I'm going to have to trim that. Now it's going to make these a little bit different in size than the rest of the pages. But you know what? That's all right. It's totally okay. All right. Now I've done a lot of this work ahead of time. I'm just saying. So this is going to take you a while to do. Plus you're going to have to ink all these cream colored pages all the way around, front and back. And in the center, don't forget to ink down the center line, inside and outside. What is going on here? Okay, I knew those other two went too easy. I think I just slid that. As you guys know, for some reason, this is like my Achilles heel. Everybody has a thing that they have trouble doing for some stupid reason. And it's usually something simple. Like, there's always something easy to do that you have trouble doing. And I don't know why this is mine, but it is. Fortunately, these will be separated by other pages in between. All right, so we've got these. These need to be trimmed first. The other thing was, this printed out a little bit smaller, and so I have to trim every one of these cream color pages down by about 1/8 of an inch. So I really need to have not folded those. That was why they weren't folded. That's all right. It'll work out. So I want to trim these too. But just remember, we've got 1, 2. We don't have to use all of these, but I made 4. So that's going to be 16 pages. So it's going to be a good sized little book. Like I said, it might end up 3 signatures. So back to the pictures. We need to decide if we want let me get one that I've folded. Okay. On the inside of this, we've got this, we've got this, and then you're not going to look at this as the page that goes to here because there's going to be another folded page in here. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to have to figure out how many pages you're going to have, and then you're going to have to find your other signatures right here. I don't want to get these separated. Okay, so we've got to figure out how many pages we have, and then you want to pair them up. So you're going to want some blank pages in between your printed pages. You can use these as writing pages as well. It depends. You may want a whole writing section in the middle, so you might want to put a few of these together like this. And then you're going to have those cream colored pages, right, with these glued on them. So then you're going to say, okay, well, I want this picture, and on the other side of it I want this picture, which will be facing this way on a cream colored, so that will be on either side of a cream colored folded page. Get one of the ones I wasn't going to All right, I've already folded these two, so I'll have to trim them this way. All right, so these are going to go in the middle, let's say. Then you need to figure out what picture you want to go here. And then on the inside here, then you've got your papers. You still haven't got to your center. Remember, you've got your center pictures that are going to go on another page. And then you've still got these pages to put inside as well. So it's going to take you a little while to figure all this out. And that's what the only reason that I'm making this video is just to explain to you what you need to do. I'm not going to show you how I do it and the putting together of the book and everything. This is just going to be a book for me. I've got so many videos done ahead of time, but I just thought this short video would be helpful to you so that you realize how many pages you really have when you think you just have a 15-page kit. You really have a good size book. All you need to do is add to the printed pages, print out some of the solid pages and turn them sideways so that they're in your book too for variety. You can put pockets and stuff on these. These make good pocket pages. These are so pretty. You know, it's hard for me to decorate pages like this. Maybe not this one or the other black one that's somewhere. But something like this, it's hard for me to put a pocket on top of, even though a pocket on the corner would work fine. And the tag. So anyway, that's it for this video. I hope this helped you see the basic parts that you're going to have, and help you figure out how you're going to put them together into a beautiful book. All right, this is Terry, and I'm going to say goodbye, and I will see you next time. And that will be just a second for you, but a day for me. Bye-bye.